Hey everyone, welcome back to Aaliyah TV Reacts. So today we're going to be reacting to this video that you see on the screen from, how do you say his name? Romaine? I hope it's Romaine. So we're going to be reacting to this video from Romaine, title I'm quitting, parentheses, lost 60,000 on YouTube. And this video was posted 1 month ago, so yeah, it has 77,000 views. Did I say that right? Okay, 77K. Y'all see the K. I haven't watched this video, so it's genuine reaction, but I have heard about this video. That's how I found out about it. So I have heard about it. And yeah, I think, I'm really interested to hear what he has to say because I already have some thoughts just off of what I've heard alone, but I want to hear it from his mouth. So yeah, I'm really, really, really excited to do this video, because I've been on YouTube for a really long time, like making content on and off every year. So, I'm really interested in this video, like seriously. So let me get into the disclaimer. Disclaimer, everything I say is my opinion about what's on the screen. If you're not in the video, I'm not talking about you. This video is for entertainment and commentary. No hate here, just honest reactions, a little sarcasm, some roasting, and maybe some side-eyeing. This is for entertainment purposes with a side of being realistic. If I critique something, it's called constructive criticism, not a personal attack. I don't beef on the internet or with people I don't know. If you disagree, you're allowed to. I love that. This is not an echo chamber. We are all unique. Just don't come at me like you're trying to win an internet battle. It's not that deep. Also, if I say something while I'm West Indian, it's just natural. Now let's get into the video.
I just received a call from my accountant who provided me with last year's results for my YouTube channel. And in 2024, I lost $57,295. So in this video, which is going to be completely raw, unscripted, and a one take, I'm going to be addressing what the heck happened, what have been my revenue streams, my expenses, and pretty much addressing all of those as I think about the future for this channel, because losing $60,000 while working over 3,000 hours on this sometimes makes you question some of your decisions. But before I dive into kind of all of those numbers, I want to really briefly run you through how the heck did I put myself in this situation? I'm going to be speaking to you candidly about kind of the story behind it. So you have to imagine, right? I'm 21 years old, originally from France. I land in America. I get a job for $35,000. I pretty much do that for a few years. I get through promotions. Ultimately, after 4 years, I land at $70,000 and then I'm completely locked. I start pretty much almost like a mini depression in a way, where I was very evaluating whether or not being in America was worth all the sacrifice from not seeing my family and my friends. So I decided to invest in myself and taking a $200,000 Ivy League master degree, which I completed. And that led me to a dream position. And when I'm telling you a dream position, I was a negotiator at Amazon headquarters on the last floor at 27 years old for Prime Video. So when you think about, watching Titanic on Prime Video, for example, there's a discussion that takes place between the studio that owns Titanic and Amazon. And I was coming in that play. So exciting, at least for the first year. But there was something somehow that I just couldn't understand. At Amazon, it's kind of an open slate where everybody is kind of sitting next to one another, including executives. And there was the number 3 of Amazon on my floor. You have to think, the guy is pulling probably $40-50 million a year. And he would pass by my desk, and I would often say hi, just kind of like, what the hell is going on? This guy is at the top. He's one of the founders. Not once in the 2+ years that I've been there have I seen him smile or even being happy. His face was always kind of down and just kind of like sad and pissed off.
Okay, so I'm going to stop him right here because I do want to comment on the first half. So he's an immigrant. Oh my God, I didn't know. I just wanted to wear my American shirt today because I've been wanting to wear this for a video. Oh my God. But so yeah, so he's an immigrant. So he's originally from France. Oh my God. When I tell you guys America, like, I'm pretty sure, I feel like it's safe to say I speak for all, like, people around the world, I guess I would say, who don't come from, like, I guess, really first world countries or anything of the sort. I guess you can say that in America, dreams come true. Like you can be in America and become whatever. You can come to America and just do whatever. Like literally the sky is the limit. Like seriously. Seriously. So that's why you see a lot of immigrants that come here, like, they're always like just doing it, trying to like pushing, keeping pushing. Like it's just America is the land of opportunity, and it's always gonna be that way. I feel like even though like with everything going on, America's still always going to be the land of opportunity. People are still they're still coming here. They're still coming here regardless of what's going on. People still want to come to America. So yes, so him coming over here, I'm so glad he decided to go to school and stuff like that, because yeah, honestly, being away from your family, it's a lot. It's a lot. I miss my family all the time. And being in America so I've been here since 2006. So I totally forgot like how big my family is, because I'm not used to seeing them that much. And whenever I go and I visit home, especially my dad's side of the family, literally everybody lives right right, so like so close to each other. Like people think it's weird that I live down the street from my parents, and it's really not that weird when I go back home or I think about how things are back home. you know my grandpa lived on this street, his sister lived two streets over. My grandma, her sister lived one street over, and her sister, she also had a sister that lived down the same street. So it's kind of like, everyone's so close knit. So, I totally feel him with being in America, and you're just like, I got to make this worth it. I got to really make it worth it. And that's how I feel too. And I feel that way because I'm the firstborn and I'm in America. And of course, I want to make my family proud. I want to make my country proud, like on top of everything. So yeah, I totally feel him how his whole thought process and everything like that. And that's really good. And then he was working at Amazon as a negotiator for films, like getting films on the platform, like licensing deals and stuff like that. Like, damn, that's some really, that seems like a big deal.
And then I would speak to my manager. And at the time, guys, you have to think I'm 27 and I'm making over $200,000 per year. But it's a performance based, meaning I have a base salary, of course, but hours do not count. You're just going and doing everything pretty much. Like I was piling at least 60 hours a week. And Amazon kind of has that pressure behind you. And so I'm making great money. And I would see my manager who's making probably 50,000.
Wow, he said Amazon puts that pressure behind you. That's crazy because like yeah, that was only that one time. I worked at an Amazon warehouse one time. This was in 2020. This was I think it was about May. It could it could have been like around May or June, something like that. I was working at the Amazon. Y'all, I was legit there for like maybe a month or so. And this was during COVID, in the heat of COVID, like right in the middle of it. It wasn't the best experience. Mostly because of like the whole COVID restrictions protocols, like it was crazy. But yeah, he said Amazon really push you like that. So it's crazy to hear that on like the other side, the corporate level, and and you're not on the what is it? You're not in the warehouse, basically. Like you're not there with the goods. You're not doing that because that stuff is important. This used to be back in the day when you really used to get your Amazon stuff like within 2 days. Like that was some pressure back then. Like, think about how crazy that warehouse is still. So to hear him say like they're still getting this push at that high level, that's so crazy. Like, wow, Amazon is something else.
$1,000 more than me in Seattle at the time with 3 kids. And he was miserable despite making that much money. And I was like, what's going on, dude? Like, why? What's happening? Why do you feel this way? It's like, Ramen, I am locked I have to sustain my kids. My wife is counting on me. I can't exceed this position, and I feel like I'm in pretty much a career jail. I can't really take risk. We have rent. We have 2 cars. We have the kids that needs private tuition. Blah blah blah, and all of that. And so I look at myself, and I'm telling myself, is this my life? Like, is that gonna be my life? And something at some point arise that really changed my perspective. I wake up at night, feeling nervous, shaky. My fiancée at the time would even tell me that I was shaking at night as I was going to bed. Crazy. I wake up, 6 a.m. I get a call. Hey, Roman, what the hell happened on that document that you've done here? And I'm like, what's going on? And I get a panic attack. A panic attack at 6 a.m., middle of the night in Seattle. And I'm like, what? Like, is that it? Like, I've put every single moment of my life towards coming to this point, to just feeling miserable despite having a lot of money. Damn. And so at this point, I'm asking myself, no, this cannot be it. This cannot be my life. Like, there is no way I'm going to be that guy that's going to be staying and climb the corporate ladder, okay, make great money and just not like even enjoying the moment through that. And so I write on the book 58 different ideas of what I can do. From Airbnb to drop shipping to opening like a laundry machine company to tiny house, everything that you can imagine. And I'm thinking, okay, what can I do here that provides me the scale where I'm not training my time for money, where somehow I can still have a voice in the space? Because I would really enjoy pitching deals and kind of having kind of that voice and that decision-making process. And so I decided to start a YouTube channel. I know that my time is pretty much overwhelmed already with the responsibility that I have at the job. So I take time off and I fly myself from Seattle to the middle of nowhere in the deserts in a small city called Laughlin. And in Laughlin, there is nothing, especially in the winter. So I decide to lock myself in a room for 7 days with no distraction. I didn't want to hear anything from Amazon. I didn't want to hear anything from anyone. The only thing that I wanted to do is put into paper exactly how I was going to go and approach this YouTube channel. So I do that. I'm here in the morning, waking up, kind of writing my business plan in a way on my computer. At night, I would be going to the gym and so on, kind of having that balance. And somehow I really found peace in that experience, in that moment, with being completely outside of responsibilities, almost outside of the bubble that I was kind of creating myself at Amazon, and through kind of, being the guy that, wow, Roman, you've made it in America. You look at my parents would tell me, oh, we're proud of you and so on. And anyway, so I come back and I have 10 pages of exactly how I'm going to approach that. And at this point, I find my biggest competitor in the space, who is Caleb Hammer, who is literally blowing up. And although I really like this concept, I wasn't too aligned maybe with his approach. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to give a different shot at it, going through a more candid way. Everybody has their topic, and Caleb has learned to be a good friend of mine over the time now. But I'm just going to go at it differently. And so at that point, my goal is to figure out how can I bring some of the worst financial case in America to speak to me, so that I can provide my take on this. Because for the past 10 years, while doing all of that at Amazon, I have been doing everything I can in my power to game the system. Anything that you can think of legally with regards to personal finance, I've played a game in it. From opening over 12 different checking accounts to milk on bonus, maximizing any credit card or tax advantages or anything that I can do to play the game perfectly. And I find myself enjoying this experience. I pretty much get people to come on the show, which at the beginning actually is very difficult, because you're like, hey, would you want to come and opening up about...
I think that was really cool. I think that's like the thing to go about it nowadays, like with people wanting to have YouTube channels and like taking it super serious and doing all this stuff or whatever. That seems like, the very corporate way to approach things. That seems really like, I have a goal, or I'm gonna get this done. So that's really some dedication. That's a lot of dedication. I'm not gonna do. Listen, I'm gonna write down these video ideas, and I'm gonna go do my video outline, what points I want to hit on, boom, 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 and that's how I'm gonna hit this video. Okay, ain't no like, it's just, video idea. Okay, write it down. Like. Yeah, and then okay, so looking for a competitor in the space. And honestly, this Caleb Hammer person, I only knew who they were. I think maybe I've seen like a random clip, but this person hasn't actually like been on my like timeline anywhere per se. But I've gotten like quite a few like invites, because I'm an actor and stuff, so I act. So I've gotten quite a few like invites to basically like submit myself to be on his show or whatever. And I always see it and I'm just like, no, what the hell? My finances? No, I don't want anybody in my finances. But I never decline whenever people invite me to stuff. I just let it sit there. But yeah, it's interesting. So he went out, he like locked himself in, he came up with a whole plan. He looked for people in the niche he wanted to do or whatever. And I guess he's trying to like pull from them, see what they're doing, see what he likes, see what he don't like. Which I think that's cool to do too. Whenever, because I have an ASMR channel, so whenever I was doing that, because I'm really into ASMR, and when I was doing that, I did look at other channels and see, like, I mostly only looked at their channels to see the foods they were eating, like what they were eating, see if I can get that, see if I can do that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at other channels. Only certain niches I feel like you can look at somebody else's channel and copy it, because it's so many like, oh, look what I do and copy it. But that style of doing content, I don't think it's a good idea. It's really not, like, because I've been making videos way back in the day where you had to sit there and damn, what can I make a video on? Like, ooh, what would be a good video idea? Not on some, oh, let me just go look and see what old boy, old girl doing, and I'ma just okay, I'ma see what they doing and I'ma do what they doing. Like, no, back in that day, you had to like, have a plan or have something going on that you wanna like record and share and talk about. So yeah, it seems like he was trying to find something to create money, do something. So yeah, let's continue.
Your finances on the show. How did that feel? And a lot of the time you're like, get the hell out. Like, sorry, if you don't have any form of like credibility yet on the platform, people are kind of discounting you, right? So I have to incentivize people to come on the show. I'm paying them $100 at the time to come, and things get started moving. And at the time, I'm working 80 hours. 80 hours. So I still have the pressure of Amazon that's crushing me. My fiance, we are starting to kind of go through a tougher time just because of everything that's piling up. At some point, actually, over the course of last year, I read a message because we were averaging like 1,000 views per video, and I was spending money left and right, having to recruit the right person and so on, just because I couldn't have time to edit my own videos, although I was reviewing every single minute. But I would be looking at my finances, and when you start on YouTube, you're making peanuts, like, especially when you want to get monetized, and it takes me a time, and I'm comparing myself to Caleb at the time, and I'm like, dude, like, what the hell, man? How? I'm competing in production with this guy and in the case, but I'm just not making it. So I write a message on community post and I say, hey guys, thank you so much for the venture. I locked down my computer and I'm like, all right, this is done. I just have to stick at Amazon. And I don't know, like, I'm just like completely defeated about it, to be honest. And I post the last video.
He starts off, so he comes up with an idea, but he needs people, so okay, he says, okay, I'm going to pay them to come on, a little $100, which I feel like paying anybody for their time is always going to be a plus, so yeah. And then he's talking about editing and all this stuff, and he's getting 1,000 views and he has to pay for edits and all. So he's paying somebody to do that. That's crazy.
And it blows up. 250,000 views. And I'm like, is this the sign that I was waiting for? Is it the proof of concept? And from that point, I keep investing into it. And I'm like, all right, I got something here. Maybe this is it. This is my moment. This is like when you need to double dip on it. And at the time, you have to think. I had already completely deconstructed my studio. Everything was in storage. Like, it was over in my mind. And I'm like, all right, you got the spark. Okay, I'm starting to connecting left and right. There is a short company that is doing shorts for some of the top creators. I feel something's going. I have a little bit of funds. Let me invest money into doing shorts. We get 1.2 million views on shorts right after, over the course of 3 months. But that, ladies and gentlemen, cost me $15,000. Okay, because I'm playing here with the big guns that does shorts for some of the biggest on YouTube. And I'm like, well, if this is my shot, let's just go at it, Quickly I realized that, well, maybe my content is not strong enough to...
So he paid somebody to make shorts for him out of his content. Okay, So okay, he's outsourcing. He's losing money because he's outsourcing. Wow. That's crazy. Oh my god. So you wanna do YouTube, okay? Mind you, it's called YouTube. You. Me. Yeah. Wow, okay. Damn. I don't think that was a great idea. I don't think that was a great idea at all. Even if you don't know how to edit, and you're starting off, and because he said he was getting like 1,000 views per video, something like that. If you just starting out, you can't just be like putting money in. Like, okay, I would say spending money on like experience or like, things to show off in your video. Like, of course, that's one thing. But he said he spent $15,000 on YouTube Shorts. $15,000 for somebody to edit videos on his YouTube Shorts. Like, do you know he could have done like travel vlogging? You know how many trips he could have took with that $15,000 and like travel vlogged it, put it up. People love travel content. They really do. And wow, that's crazy. I'm just thinking about all the other ways he could have used this money because. And honestly, guys, editing is so easy. It's so easy to edit, okay? It's so easy. Just find a little software that you can use, and like once you know how to slice it, like okay, if I'm talking right now and I mess up, like I want to cut that out. As long as you know how to cut stuff out, that's really all you need. Like learn how to cut, add a transition, make sure it flows. That's really what you need starting off. Like as long that's literally the basic. The basic is learning how to cut. That's really what it is. That's really what it is because you're not doing any video graphics or anything crazy. So simple editing stuff. That's simple. And honestly, he should have made more time. He should have dedicated more time to his YouTube channel starting off, especially when it comes to editing, because that stuff is so important. And honestly, I can edit videos. Like you could pay me to edit your video. Like who out there paying all this money? Like what? How much do people? Like, tell me something, because I got all sorts of software, okay? I got Premiere. What's it called? Premiere Pro I can use. You know what I'm saying? I got Final Cut Pro on Boule. You know what I'm saying? I can use that. iMovie got that. CapCut got that. Like, people spending all this money for somebody to edit videos. Like, I could do that. I could do that. Okay, let's finish hearing what he has to say.
Justify that ROI. Definitely not from that point. So I continue through this venture. And that leads us to second quarter of 2024. I'm averaging about 10 or so thousand views per video. But at that time, guys, you have to think, I'm still at Amazon and I'm running everything. So the selection process for having people coming on that show is something that you cannot imagine, because I'm looking generally for three things: age, generally the older the better, and the wiser experience, the more depth of the story. Financial struggle, or generally financial drama in some sort. They're not doing so well financially. And the most important one is someone that is willing to open up. And that's where it's tricky. So to get one person to sit on the chair that I'm sitting right now, I need to speak to at least 40. So I'm running Amazon, I'm running casting, I'm running production, I'm having people coming to my house to record, I'm preparing the cases, I'm doing thumbnails, or I'm actually kind of reviewing thumbnails and so on, titles, SEO, everything. And I said, fuck it, I'm burning out at Amazon, I'm quitting Amazon, let's freaking run that shit, let's go all.
Hold on, he said he had people coming to his house to record, and they, on top of them coming, you're paying them? Wow. Honestly, guys, you don't need to interact with people in person. Like, especially after COVID, like everything can be done digitally. Like it can all be digital. Send them a Zoom link. You know what I'm saying? Send them a Zoom link, record it, a StreamYard link. If that, make sure they send you all, their documents, everything ahead of time, so you could just pull it up and like do your analysis and just talk it over with them. I don't think you need to be like in person to do this. And then doing the in-person one, you kind of like limit your pool, I guess, of people you can use. Wow.
I had a little bit of fun. I'm not going to lie to you. That's kind of how I went about it. I'm like, okay, you've burned yourself like crazy at Amazon. So you can financially go about it. And over the course of time, I'm going through the motion, going through that. My editor, we kind of pair together. We're like, let's go, and I'm running days where I'm going to bed at like 1 a.m., literally 1 a.m. at that point, just trying different things. And I'm starting to work with sponsors. They're liking, momentum builds. And then I decide to do something that completely messed up my algorithm. I get out of the podcast for just a glance to allow myself to go more of that, hybrid podcast, react, educational, and I don't have the subscriber to support that journey. And this is when I fucked up my algorithm. And this is when things have been going down from that point where I'm not able to reach again that original viewer that was watching my content. As I'm looking at my finances, I'm in that momentum, like just let's keep this going. Like I don't care, let's go. And I'm going to be opening up a little bit about what that means in terms of pure numbers. Guys, I hope for no judgment on this, but this is crazy. I spent $98,000 last year on YouTube. So just even digesting this, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, how the hell did you put yourself in this position? Most of that cost.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn on closed caption. He spent what on what? I'm gonna rerun it back.
That's about $50. Then you have to account for, what else? Most of that cost is contract labor. So an editing on my podcast is about $500. Then you have to account for thumbnails. That's about $40. Then you account for someone that does captions. That's about $50. Then you have to account for what else? Hold on, how do I put? Yeah.
Hold on. So he's paying $500 for them to edit a video. Damn. Okay. People willing to spend $500 for somebody to edit a video. I wonder how long his videos are. $500 to edit a video? What the hell? What? And that's not even like a bundle. He's saying he got to spend $50 on a thumbnail, $40 for closed captions. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm gonna run it back some more because maybe I should have had the closed caption on the whole time because, like, okay, with people with accents, I do good, but I'm just like delayed in what they saying because I'm still processing like everything they saying. Like it's just coming in. It's like all right. Like okay, let me run it back some because what? He said more something. Okay, let's go right here. Let's start from right here.
Judgment on this, but this is crazy. I spent $98,000 last year on YouTube. So just even digesting.
Okay, so he's almost $100,000 on YouTube. 98000. That's 3 zeros. Yeah, that's what it said on the closed caption. Oh my God, on YouTube. And he has 35.5 subscribers. Okay, subscribers. What that number is. That's what he got. Wow. I don't think a bigger YouTuber is even spending that amount of money on, maybe if they have like a whole employee that does specifically this, maybe they will spend almost $100,000 on that position. But okay.
It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, how the hell did you put yourself in this position? Most of that cost is contract labor. So an editing on my podcast is about $500. Then you have to account for thumbnails. That's about $40. Then you account for someone that does captions. That's about $50. Then you have to account for what else? Hold on, how do I put?
Hold on. So I can make $40 by making a thumbnail. Okay, like he putting me onto some game right now because I could do a lot of these things. Like, sometimes my thumbnail might not look like a lot of effort went into it. Cause I'd be like, oh my God, I gotta get this video out. So I like hurry up and throw some thumbnails together. But I could really do like a thumbnail now. I could really, you know what I'm saying? I could really do it. And if I don't know how to do it, somebody on YouTube has a tutorial and I'm about to watch that tutorial and follow their exact steps and get it done. $40 for a thumbnail, I would do that. Especially if it takes you like what? Not even an hour to make a thumbnail. If you tell your client, send me everything that you want in the thumbnails, they done did most of the legwork right there. You don't got to look up no pictures. You just putting it together. What colors do you want? Boom, boom, boom. What? Okay, I could do it. Okay, look at me, side hustles.
Yeah, all right. I forgot about this one. People coming on the show. Most of the people have no money, they have nothing. And so I need to help with transportation. I need to provide a slight incentive at least for them to come and just open up to me. That's about $200 or so per person. So every production, every video that's coming out every week is more or less, when you account for everything, about $1,000 out of pocket.
Wow. Okay, so he was paying for the transport for the seat. You could have saved $200. Is that for the transportation? I hope that's not including how much you pay them. But I don't know. But you could have cut out a transportation cost by sending them a StreamYard link and doing it like that, like recording like that. Like, I don't understand. Not everything has to be in person. Like, you don't have to do it all in person. That's crazy. And so he would spend $1,000 to make a video, and he's saying these videos were getting like 1,000 views and stuff like that. That's insane. Wow. I mean, I guess he had the money. He had like a big job too to like, invest in what he had going on.
Yeah, it's crazy. When my revenue per video is about, $10, $12 per 1,000 views. So I make 10,000 views, I make $120. The ROI here is out of this world. In fact, in 2024, I made a total of $40,844 of revenue. 40K. So my time is literally on minus. Like I've lost.
Okay, so he made almost 41,000 on YouTube. That's crazy. And he spent the 90. Wow. Yikes. So that's where he got that number. That's it. Okay, wow.
I guess 40,000, almost $60 an hour. This is a freaking joke. I did 3.4 million views last year in ads, 23,917. My most popular video, the one that blew up, did $2,400. So I had to bet on sponsors and affiliates. I made about $17,000 from those. But affiliates, they're like, look, let's go. What's your return? How are you doing? What are your views? Hey, we want something. We want like an average. Hey, what's going on? Well, my views are going to be up and down, up and down. I can't really provide as consistent of a platform because it's so case dependent. At the same time, I'm feeling the financial pressure and like, what the hell have I put myself into? I need to commit to it. I need to just go about it and just kind of see, is this going to be the next video that's going to come out? Is this going to be it? Or do I need to shut that down? So last night at 3 a.m., I wake up and I have a mini panic attack. Because the day before I received that document and I'm like, fuck. That's what it is. That was goes through my mind. So this is what's going to happen. I have 10 videos, 10 podcasts recorded ahead right now. Those are going to be probably some of the 10 most important videos that I've ever published on this channel because it's going to be a go or no go. I am shutting down my new recordings. So the video that you're going to be watching for the next couple of weeks are naturally the ones that we've recorded before that have a follow-up and so on. We have some really, really exciting stories. I'm having to fire my editor, which has been my partner from day one. I just can't afford her. And I am going to be doing something completely different if this shit doesn't run. I'm going to be doing commentary with a spin of entertainment for personal finance. This could potentially be my competitive advantage. My production cost is going to drastically reduce. This is something that I can also combine with employment that I need to go back to because I have no choice. Man. Was it a fail? Heck no.
I mean, honestly, if he wanted to do financial stuff so bad, he should have started off just reacting to people's videos online. Like, there's so many people online talking about how poor they is. Oh, all my money going to bills, all this shit. Like, you could have started off doing that, and when you build up your following, then say, hey, are you having like any financial issues? Would you like to do an audit? You know what I'm saying? And at this point, when you build up your platform long enough, you have people in your audience that, the people who follow that type of content, obviously they're following to either stay informed, learn something, or they're going through a similar situation. So, that would have been a better thing to start with first. And then that way you can funnel people into getting those people to do a financial audit on them. And in that aspect, that whole situation can also be remote. Like, you still don't need to pay for transport, meet them in person, do anything like that. Of course, have a meeting off screen and everything like that, and you get all their information before you do the audit. Then y'all get back together and you film, like, you do the whole episode or whatever. But wow, that's crazy. So okay, so he's not, I guess he's not entirely quitting YouTube, because he shouldn't quit YouTube, especially if his platform is monetized. You really just need to pivot. So yeah, and I hope he's gonna say he's gonna be editing his own videos from now on, because sir, you probably could have paid her $500 one time and say, listen, I need you to show me how to edit. Show me the basics that I need to know. Then show me something a little advanced, where to go to get this, how to do that, how to do this. And I'm pretty sure she would have did it. She would have did it. You would have saved all that money and you would have gained a new skill. Now you know how to edit.
No. When I think about the 2 years running this, I've probably lost at this point $100,000.
$100,000.
But somehow, I've never felt more alive.
Wow.
So from a financial perspective, has it been worth it?
Okay, before he like gets all into that, I don't know. It's just something about like spending money, just like blowing money. I feel like it does something to us. Like I would say maybe certain people. I mean, I kind of want to say everybody, but because I don't know, like, because when I see all the stories about people in debt and all this stuff, you're like, oh yeah, I blew this much, or damn, I spent this much, it's just on some, I did it. Yeah. Because he just said he never felt more alive. Like, damn, you never thought you would even touch all this money to be able to spend it. And even with the people who go into debt, you just never thought you would have access to all this money to even just blow it like that. So, yeah, of course you're going to feel alive. Like, shoot, one time, I mean, I'm not even going to, well, listen, I blow money like it's nothing. So I understand. I'm terrible with money. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's not like I'm just like super rich or nothing. I'm not. I'm just really bad with money. And it's always gonna come back. Like, it's always gonna come back. It comes and goes. We can't take it with us. Of course you can invest it well, but listen, it's gonna come and it's gonna go. It's gonna come and it's gonna go. So trying to hold on to all your little coins. I mean, you could just only do that for so long. Then you just want to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Because I see it as educational, as if I invested myself into this venture. Like, the people that I've met, the experience and everything has been crazy. And yes, it's a massive financial loss. Speaking from the perspective of a finance guy, I should have shut that shit down much faster. But man, when you have a hobby, when you have a passion, when you have something that just pulls you in, you just you just want to make it work, man. That's just the way it is. Guys, if you've made it this far, I am really thankful to every single one of you that comments, and I read every single one of your comments, your engagement. I know that on this channel, we have a 92% success rate for people that have come to the show. And while I may not have the finances to to showcase that success for me, man, I've probably changed at this point tens of lives, or at least for the ones that I've spoken to that I'm still in touch with. Guys, I see you in another video. I'm excited for those 10 coming ones. They're going to be nice, and I'm looking forward to see you. We'll see how in the next video.
Okay, so that's his video. Wow. But that is true. I mean, he did change some people's life. He said he has a 92% success rate, so that's good. So, I mean, at least something good came out of this besides him losing $60,000, because that's insane. And, that's another thing too. Honestly, if you want to do YouTube, like, this is a good person to look at and look at what not to do. Okay? What not to do. Like, having people on and stuff like that, yeah, that's a good investment and whatnot. But work your way up to that. Work your way up to that. Because eventually I do want to have people on this channel. I'm not going to say what we're going to be doing yet, but yeah, I do want to have like people on the channel and, me doing certain things and stuff like that. So, you have to build it. You have to build it. And right now I'm building. Subscribe to the channel. So if you want to be a part of the journey and watch my growth, be sure you do that. So, honestly, guys, I have so much like stuff from YouTube. Like when I first heard it, I'm like, how did somebody like lose all this money on YouTube? When I first like heard people talking about it, and they're like, oh, he basically lost it all in like production. Basically, that's where it went. You don't need to do like, I'm thinking, oh, maybe he lost it in like equipment and stuff like that. No, it's like production. Honestly, guys, I have so much equipment that I've collected over the years of doing YouTube. Like when I decided to like go into acting and do acting and stuff like that, like I really had just about everything that I needed to do like auditions, like self-tape auditions. I literally had everything. I had everything. I had a green screen. I already had a regular camera. Yeah, I only had that one camera at this point. And of course, I had a good iPhone, a fantastic iPhone. I had a ring light. I already had like box lights. I didn't have I didn't have umbrella lights yet. I actually got the umbrella lights from one of my colleagues that I met in acting class, and she decided not to pursue acting anymore. So she's like, hey, like, you know, I have this equipment. If you want it, you can have it. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. So yeah, that was really nice of her to do that. So I have like a ton of equipment. So I was thinking, oh, maybe he spent money on equipment and stuff like that. Even a vlogging camera. I have Osmo Pocket. I have one of those. And this camera that I'm recording on is literally meant for this right here, streaming. I've had this camera since 2020. This is when I was supposed to been start this channel, was the end of 2020, early 2021, and here we are. Because yeah, you know, nothing's ever gonna be perfect. You just have to like jump in and just do it. And for a while, I mean, I was just trying to figure out all what I want to do on the channel, and on this channel specifically, because this is a newer channel for me. It just took a lot of, you do need to sit and think with it. I have other channels. Like when I decided to do my ASMR channel, I was excited. I was like, yup, I'm doing it. And guys, listen, when I started doing my ASMR channel, this mic right here, I didn't have this mic. I used my roommate. We were also really good friends at the time. She had a mic just like this, and I used her mic, and it would plug into the phone. And, you know, I was using her mic, and then, you know, I'm like, man, this is really good. I'm uploading my videos and stuff like that. I'm picking up. I have like videos scheduled and things like that. I told myself, you know what? You've been really using this mic. You feeling it. You love it. It's time to go buy your own mic. So I bought my own mic, literally the exact same mic. She sent me the link. I went, I bought it, and I had everything. At that point, I already had the box lights that I was using. I didn't have a ring light as of yet. I had the tripod, everything, and this plugs into the phone. It didn't go with my Sony A5100, because that doesn't even have a spot for a mic on it. So, you know, I had to use my iPhone to make my ASMR videos. And it's just, you know, working with what you had. And I felt like my ASMR videos was a lot easier to edit than all the other videos I was doing for my other channel, my regular channel. You really have to like start somewhere. And because I've noticed this a lot with people getting on YouTube, especially with the older generation, like the older people. My bad. It's so crazy. I don't know, like, because there was this weird time where you would get on YouTube and like people's intros would just be like this short rundown of their resume, and it's just like, what? Just get to the point of your video. Like, why the first like 3 minutes of your video is not, we haven't even got into what the video is about. So that's why I really try to keep my intros very short, especially on this channel, because I'm a newer channel. People don't know me, stuff like that. Like, even when I do get a lot bigger, I'm still going to get straight to the point. Straight, like, all right, let's go ahead, hop into the video, you know? So yeah, they would like basically read off a script. Oh, I'm this, and I do this, and this. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Can we get to why I clicked on this motherfucking video? So yeah, and honestly, I feel like everybody should have a YouTube channel, you know? And YouTube is shorts. They're incorporating a lot more shorts. Shorts is helping my other channel a whole lot, like as far as like growing and stuff like that. So yeah, shorts is definitely a vehicle, and I'm hoping to do something different on the shorts on this channel. I have some things in mind because I don't really care for celebrity gossip commentary. Like, I do have thoughts, but I don't have like, I want to do a full video production like this thoughts on it. So I'm thinking maybe like small little tidbits and do them in shorts. Also, I don't be caring about them. I don't be caring about it. Like, but I like focusing more on like news that's happening and like things, scams, stuff like that. But anyways, I've rambled for long enough. I hope Roman moves forward, learns how to edit, cut out all these middle people. You hiring somebody to write captions, like, you know, they could automatically generate that on YouTube, right? Like, even if it's not right. Like, because on my other channel, I see when people read with captions, because I have people like all over the world watching me, like people in India, you know, they probably my cousins, you know what I'm saying? My cousins in India, they be watching me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and the closed caption is on and everything like that. And I don't upload closed captions. Like, you know, YouTube could automatically do that. So even paying somebody to do that's like a whole lot of stuff he was paying to do. You don't have to do that. You really do not have to do that at all. Like, so yeah, so there's so many different ways you can do YouTube, but honestly, I would say don't invest a whole lot. Don't invest more than you're willing to. Even whenever I'm doing a video and I'm doing something, of course I have to account for what all I need for that video, especially on my main channel, especially if I'm going on a vacation, I'm vlogging, stuff like that, I'm doing a try on haul, anything I'm doing, if I have to spend some money, like I'm already accounting for that, you know? And a lot of things that I do on my other channel, especially like vlogs, you know, that's something you're gonna do anyway. So you're gonna be spending that money. Why not, you know, make it a memory and capture the moment? So yeah, but anyways, that's it for this video. I don't know this guy. He's 35. Okay, because this story was it was low-key kind of viral. I would say, I guess, among like YouTube creators. It still doesn't have 100K views on it. But you know, people know about this. People know this happened. And yeah, comparing yourself. Listen, comparison is the theft of joy, okay? Don't be out here comparing yourself. If you want to start YouTube, you can have channels that you look at and you see, oh, how they're doing things and stuff like that. There's people that do I even look at them? Kinda, not really. I wouldn't say I would do everything they do, but I'll get inspired by what they're doing and be like, you know what, I could do something like that. Yeah, I can do something like that. And you know what, I could do it in this place. I could do it over here. I could do it over there. Like, you're supposed to be getting inspired. You know, you shouldn't be wanting to copy somebody exactly. You should see other people and just be inspired by them, not trying to copy them, not wanting what they have, not being jealous of them or anything crazy like that. But anyways, I've rambled enough. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and my commentary and hearing his story. I feel like maybe I should have put on the closed caption the entire time. So I hope y'all were able to understand him. I was understanding him fine, but apparently I missed the parts when he was spitting out them numbers. I had to run it back. Like, wow. So anyway, so I'll leave the link to this video in the description box down below if you want to listen to it uninterrupted. And yeah, if you want to submit a video or a story that you want me to react to, the link for the submissions is in the description box. If you want to support the channel, all the places you can support is on the screen and also linked in the description box. And if you want to see more of me, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.